Okay, it is week 8 of Friday Football Frenzy, but finally some nice weather, and it is senior night here at the pit. They are ready to go. Fired up. Are you ready? Here we go. Friday Football Frenzy starts.
SG Helmets and RTV6 Sports present Friday Football Frenzy.
All right, let's get right to it. Cathedral and Brebeuf, always a good matchup. The Brebeuf students looking good in their pink gear tonight. The Braves D making the plays early. Irish pass complete to Dejon Collins, lit up. Miles McElwain with the stop behind the line. Brebeuf had the early edge in this one. Cathedral, though, would come back to even things up in the first half. Tony Johnson, the short TD run that squared things up at 7-all. They eventually would take the lead, but the Braves would turn things around after halftime. And how about this for Brebeuf? The upset win 24-17 at home as Brebeuf improves to 4-4 on the season. Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I am Brad Brown. Week number 8, as Dave first said. We'll have Michael Grady along with us here in just a few minutes as we roll here into the month of October. The state tourney right around the corner. The sectional pairings were announced this week. Already looking forward to some of those matchups. But one big game tonight had Warren Central trying to clinch another MIC title. Senior night at Warren, taking on Carmel. Always special. There's defensive back Terrell Anderson and his family. Warriors score on their first possession. Tristan Tante calls his own number out of that Wildcat formation and in for the quick score and a 7-0 edge. Carmel comes right back. Big play of their own. Jalen Walker takes the handoff. Watch the patience here to find the hole, and then there he goes. Dashing down the sideline. He's going to get kind of rumbled across the goal line, but that's good for the touchdown. Little trouble to extra tumble on the celebration there, but that squares things up at 7-all. Warren had a big finish to get the win tonight, though. Zach Sumeyer to David Bell, big gainer, backed out inside the 5-yard line, almost closing in on the TD there. How about a mix of all that? Tante this time going to throw it. Bell going to catch it. Another TD. Warren wins the MIC. 40-30 the final. They've scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to blow this one open. Behind the MIC leaders, several teams will be ready to make some noise in the state tourney. Center Grove has not lost since their Week 1 defeat to Warren Central. CG playing at Lawrence North tonight. Center Grove on the board. First quarter, pass complete to Michael Connor. Big guy. Tight end going to rumble around. To get there across the 20-yard line into the red zone for the first down. They would finish off that drive with one of 2 scores on the night. Bailey Bennett in from 4 yards out. Not a lot of points, but just enough. Trojans get another shutout. They win 14-0. They close out against Cathedral next week. Another one from the MIC tonight. Lawrence Central at Ben Davis. It was a 1-point game midway through the third. Then the Giants taking control. Reese Taylor, the QB, calling his own number inside the pylon. 2-yard touchdown run. BD with the kick goes up by 8. Then in the opening minute of the fourth quarter, they would add to that lead. Taylor again has to work a little harder for this one, but the stretch to the goal line, another touchdown. Giants got one more late in the game as they win 33-13. BD improves to 5-3 on the season. How about this? A memorable win tonight for North Central. They beat Pike 42-35 as the Panthers snap a 28-game losing streak. First win for a lot of players on that North Central team. Cole McGuire scoring 4 touchdowns for NC, including the game winner with a minute and a half left. Congrats to that program of picking up a big victory. Well, this night began with just 22 teams having a 7-0 record. Brownsburg had not done that since the 2012 season, but every week the teams go undefeated. The pressure builds a little more. Taking a senior night at the Berg, Bulldogs hosting Noblesville was the home team. Up just 7-0 at halftime. They open it up in the third. Hunter Johnson to Bryce Kurtz. 10-yard touchdown, 14-0. Brownsburg had the advantage. Still in the third. Special teams gets one. Oliver Lassou blocks the punt. Recovered in the end zone by Treston Patterson. 21-0. Looked like Brownsburg was going to run away with this one. Noblesville, though, didn't quit. 3 straight scores in the fourth. Grant Grimmel and Nolan Ginther makes it 21-20. Just over a minute to go. Millers go for 2. How about the same play? There it is. Wide open back of the end zone. Put Noblesville up by a point. Still one more chance, though, for Brownsburg. Hunter Johnson, though, picked off right there. Bradley Westfall seals the deal. Noblesville comes away with a shocker tonight. A 22-21 comeback win.
We asked them coming into tonight to just go swing for 48 minutes. That's all we wanted them to do. We didn't play our best football game by any stretch of the imagination, but our kids just kept swinging and kept swinging and kept swinging, and I couldn't be prouder of our group of guys right now to pull out a 1-point win on the road against an undefeated Brownsburg team.
To be honest, we were banged up a lot, and I was trying to sub early to try to save some injuries, and to be honest, it just got away from us. And you know, I applaud them for playing for 4 quarters, but obviously we didn't, and that hurt, and that's on me.
Other area teams did go 8-0. New Pal rolls again, 56-7 winner at Newcastle. Cecina wins another one, 42-0 at Frankton, their second shutout of the season. Covenant Christian is now 8-0 after a 28-0 win at Traders Point. And Monroe Central stays unbeaten, 47-6 win at home. It's just their 6th season of varsity football. Great accomplishment for that school. Another of those 22 unbeaten teams is Roncalli. The Rebels have not had a 7-0 start since 1999. They had a tough one tonight, going for 8-0. Plus a good game at Tech. Michael Grady back with both of those. Good evening, Michael.
Nah, thanks a lot, Brad. Yeah, the Rebels off to a fast start, but they have a history. 8 championships on their side. We begin with Guerin Catholic, a program in uncharted territory. 6-1 on the season, which is the best start in school history. Tonight, they're at Tech High School, taking on a program with rich football history, the Chatard Trojans. Third quarter, Max McGinnis with the catch, but is poked away, ruled a fumble, and the Golden Eagles recover. Now, last week, we introduced you to kicker Caleb Quick, kicked the 54-yard field goal to beat Brebeuf last week. This time, kicks it from a little over 40 yards to give Guerin a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. Late fourth now, 4th down for the Trojans, trying to tie the game up with a touchdown, and Gabe Coleman can't find any running room. It's a turnover on downs. The Golden Eagles, they would score a touchdown on the very next play. Guerin wins 31-17. After the game, Coach Tom Dilley talked about next week's showdown with Roncalli.
We don't know anything about them yet, other than, we haven't watched them yet. Obviously, it's the next game, and for that reason, we want to play our best football game next Friday night. We certainly want to enjoy the good play tonight and have fun with your teammates, but it's time to turn the page and get on to the next game.
All right, to the south side, the Rebels at home on senior night, looking to stay undefeated as they take on a 6-1 Decatur Central squad. First quarter, watch Patrick McManama with the strong run into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Next possession for DC, Bryce Jefferson with the pass. It's tipped, intercepted by Gabe Otley. The hit of the night, wait for it, it's coming. Bam, there it is. Jason Allen Jr. with the pop, flexing his muscles right there, but unfortunately, the Rebels, the stronger team tonight. 3rd and goal, Derek O'Connor takes it in for the score. Roncalli wins 43-25, and that, of course, sets up the showdown for the Circle City Conference crown next week as the Rebels head to Guerin to take on the upset-minded Golden Eagles. Brad?
Yeah, Grady, some great Week 9 games on the schedule. Give you one more from Week 8 for us tonight. Cecina and Ritter at Marion. A little more pink gear in the Cecina huddle. 7 minutes to go. Crusaders down 2. Victor Franco taking it around and in. Go-ahead score. They missed the 2-pointer, so Cecina up by 4. But just a couple minutes later, Ritter comes right back with a big play. Diamante Small rolls out, pass over the middle of Henry Woodcock, and there he goes, trying to outrun the defense. David Baker swatted it away. It's loose in the end zone, but the officials say it's good enough for the touchdown, and that's the game winner. Ritter comes away with a 21-18 victory. Raiders improved to 4-4, second loss on the season for Cecina. Well, there are a few names bigger around Indiana high school football than that of legendary Sheridan coach Bud Wright, going for another milestone win tonight, part of a milestone career. Dave Marin has that one, plus a big rivalry game up in Howard County.
We open up with a defensive battle in Kokomo. Late second half, Harrison's Dawson Danke breaks through for the touchdown. The Raiders would add another score to take a 14-0 lead, but Kokomo would answer. In the fourth quarter, 2 quick touchdown scores, and then they nail a late field goal to get the win over Harrison, 17-14. Over to Taylor, where the Titans taking on a hot Sheridan Blackhawks team. Longtime coach Larry Bud Wright looking for his 400th career win. The Blackhawks up, and they add to it. Gunnar Williams around the end for the touchdown, 21-6 Sheridan. Then it's Joe Callahan making it look easy. Right down the sideline he goes for the touchdown. Sheridan goes on to win their 4th straight, 49-6. And Coach Bud Wright with career win, 400.
Right now, I'm not really thinking too much about that. I'll think about that after the year's over. Then we'll decide what, I'll celebrate after the year's over.
Actually means the world for me. When I was younger, I told my mom, I was like, hey, we're not leaving town. We can't move. I got to play for Coach Wright. That's tradition in Sheridan. And you know what? We made history tonight. So.
Hawks on 3! 1, 2, 3, Hawks! Dave Marin, Friday Football Frenzy.